Our objective and goal was to convert this into 3 units. For downstairs, we basically evenly divided the space to have 2 one-bedroom units. It's 6 feet wide and about 36 inches deep, so when the window slides open, even the largest tenant that we can possibly have can easily crawl out comfortably. Both of them leased out in less than 3 days. And complete 2 units in the basement. We were able to get...
Thanks for watching. If you're new here, Suite Additions is an architectural designer helping homeowners and investors create more housing and generate wealth using the Max Suite strategy. Over the years, we've completed many small-scale infill projects and helped over 400 clients legally convert their homes to multiple units, boosting cash flow and house value. Additionally, we have a comprehensive Max Suite strategy training program and investor community. If you're interested, please check out the details in the description below. Also, it would help us out if you can give us a like and subscribe so we can get this message out to more people. We recently toured our Max Suite student Theva's really cool triplex conversion in Scarborough. This one is unique because it's a 1,000 square foot bungalow where he kept the main floor as is and placed 2 units in the basement, each with 1 bedroom. If you have a larger footprint bungalow, this can provide a greater return on your investment instead of a single 2-bedroom unit in the basement. For example, you may be able to obtain up to a 50% greater amount in rental income with only an additional 20% in added costs, mostly in the form of an extra bath and kitchen. This is what worked for Theva, as we share numbers with you later in this video. Although he could have also converted the main floor to 2 separate units, it may not always make sense, especially if it's in a lower density area where a larger family can benefit from the entire main floor. Some additional advantages of a 3-unit setup in this manner, with 1 main unit upstairs and 2 units in the basement, include maintaining the original intent of the property as a single-family home on the main floor. This also helps to retain the property value for certain low-density neighborhoods, and it's much easier to create individual entrances for 2 units in the basement. And of course, development charges are exempt for up to 3 units under Provincial Bill 23. 2 smaller units in the basement works great for individuals and couples as rentals, and can also work well with large, extended, multi-generational households. Let's check out this awesome conversion with Theva, and again, stick around as we show you the rental income.
Started about 4 months ago with helping a client purchase this property, and our objective and goal was to convert this into 3 units. So upstairs is a 3-bedroom home. We didn't do any work at all upstairs other than just adding their own self-containing laundry. And then for downstairs, we basically evenly divided the space to have 2 one-bedroom units with living, dining, and kitchen and bathroom. We've gone ahead and expanded all the windows for the living space as well as the bedrooms. Yeah, so it's about 7 feet wide and about 30 inches deep. So we opted for like a custom window cover just because we wanted to make sure that there's a big window well, and we wanted to make sure that we didn't want animals or anyone getting hurt, and then furthermore we use plexi so that way we still get a lot of natural light going in, and it also makes sure that during the winter time you're not going to have a ton of snow. As we've been seeing lately, we're getting 2, 3, 4 feet of snow, so this way it prevents the snow, and then it also helps protect it from the rain as well. Back we have 2 more windows, which essentially is 1 for the bedroom and 1 for the living space.
I can see that you've done the larger windows here as well.
Yeah, and the bedroom windows are a little bit bigger. So essentially it's 6 feet wide and about 36 inches deep. So when the window slides open, even the largest tenant that we can possibly have can easily crawl out comfortably and not have any concerns.
Yeah, and the natural lighting is a big bonus feature.
Huge. We were able to, as we were talking earlier, we were able to lease the place out in 3 days in a market like this where a lot of inventory is sitting, and you're having a lot of people having to either drop their price. We were able to fill both units. We had a ton of interested parties due to the natural light, and you know, a lot of applicants, and within 3 days we filled both units. We entered through this side, and then for this unit we also have an additional laundry roughed in. In the future, if the owner would like to add on another laundry for each unit, we already have everything set up.
So for now, there's one shared laundry that both units are using right now, right? Okay.
Shared laundry for the basement, but in the future, if they want to have individual laundries, everything's ready to go for us to be able to do that.
Very cool.
And the bathroom, we wanted to make sure that it's a good size, but we also were a little bit conscious on size. So we made it just big enough to have a bathroom, but then the shower, we made it a little bit bigger so you have some elbow room to wash yourself and enjoy that bath.
Nice.
It's a one-bedroom unit?
One-bedroom unit, and this is the window. You know, as you may have already saw on the outside, the downstairs windows are a lot larger than the upstairs, and it was done on purpose to make sure that the rentability, we're going to make sure that, you know, these units are going to be always filled, and with the amount of natural light that will be coming in, you're not going to, even in this climate, you're not going to have to worry about finding renters.
Yeah.
The other nice feature is that you know, you actually get quite a bit of heat coming through the windows in the winter time, right?
Right.
So you know, especially people are concerned about the basement being a bit cooler.
Yeah.
That's a really nice feature to have.
The living, dining / living, I mean kitchen, we made it you know, fully open, so that way it's sort of like a condo style. We also wanted to make sure that we didn't go too big on the appliance, so we opted for a 24-inch stove as well as a 24-inch apartment size fridge, and then we kept a over-the-range microwave with a fan, so we don't have to compromise or put on another appliance on already a small space. And this is, I think, more than adequate for 1 to 2 people to reside here. And then, you know, with this style of design, we can always give the option to the tenant if they would like add on a small little rollable island if they would like more counter space.
Yes, something portable that you can tuck aside if you kind of want to save some space, but it can act as a dining table as well, basically, right?
Nowadays on IKEA or even on Amazon, you can find them for $300-400, and you can roll it to the side and use it as a desk as well.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of options depending on who decides to reside here and how they want to ultimately furnish a place.
Yeah.
Versatility is important when you have a smaller space. You have to get creative sometimes. Yeah.
We kind of had the inclination when we went with the bigger windows, but we were kind of truly surprised with how quickly we were able to fill in this climate that we're in.
Right.
And it just goes to show, if anyone's doing these types of projects, spend more money on the windows. It will ultimately reward you back every penny and more, in terms of making sure that if you have people cycling out, you're going to be almost guaranteed to fill it right away, versus burning 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months of waiting for someone to come in, rent again.
Cool.
Yeah. Do you want to go to the front unit?
The other unit. Exactly.
Front door, entrance.
And then we have also just opted for a larger format tile, so less grout and less cleaning on the tenant's part. And then similarly, we have a bit of a walkway to get in, and then same concept, living space and kitchen with a dining area, and then same large window, bringing in a lot of light.
Well, you got 2 windows here. That was the existing window, and then you opened up a new one there?
Yeah, we had some existing windows we left, and then we also have the new windows in the bedroom that we made bigger as well.
Right. I see that you have this kitchen on this back wall here on the side, and it looks like you used 24-inch stove and fridge here?
Correct. So we wanted to make sure that, you know, even if it's a couple of inches, we're able to get as much counter space, because we are limited, because we didn't opt in for like an L-shaped kitchen as some spaces they design. So this way is very similar to a condo. There's just enough space for someone to be able to prep and cook, and essentially we're able to maximize for occupancy of 2 people, and we designed it in a way that any more people than that will be very uncomfortable.
Very nice. And the bedrooms here.
And again, with the barnyard door, initially we were going to put a regular door, but then it would have, again, took too much space, so we opted for the barnyard door.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
You got 4 big windows.
Yeah. It's, you know, even with all the lights off, you know, it feels very, very bright and spacious in here.
Yeah.
It's a pretty spacious mechanical room. We already had the furnace existing in the place that it was, but it was initially kind of positioned the other way. So we did have to have somebody come in to help us relocate the front of the furnace by turning it, and then we added a new plenum for that. The old hot water tank we got rid of and got a tankless installed. And then furthermore, the electrical panel was at the front of the house in the other unit. And then we got all new plumbing done, as well as all new electrical, and we upgraded from 100 amp to a 200 amp panel. And we were already reconfiguring a lot of the electrical, so we decided to move it into the mechanical room so we can have all the services in one place. Upgraded the water line coming into the house to a 1-inch, as well as upgrading the electrical to 200 amp. And over here, if you can see, we zoned individually, so that way each unit has a hot water and cold water shut off, as well as a hot water and cold water for the garden hose. And this way it allows us in the future, if we would like to sub-meter, we can add additional sub-meters for each unit. And we also have already run in additional plumbing to the back of the house for a garden suite in the future as well.
Right. So this water heater is for the 3 units now.
Correct.
And that's sufficient for all 3 units, right?
Yeah, it's plenty actually.
Yeah.
The house is about 1,000 square feet.
Right.
So, you know, maximum up and down is 2,000 square feet, and there's only 3 bathrooms in this home.
Right. Okay. So that makes a lot of sense. So you have 1,000 square feet upstairs, and then 2 500 square feet units roughly.
Approximately.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Just
Okay.
give or take.
Cool. Well, thanks for showing us the tour in this place, Theva. Do you want to share some of the numbers in terms of acquisition costs and the cost to do the rentals, and what your expected rent is?
So we got this place, initially they were listed at around $1.3 million. We were able to negotiate and get it down to $1,150,000.
Right.
And what we accomplished was the lot size, just to give you guys some perspective, it's 44 feet wide by 130 foot deep.
Right.
And the way they placed the base, the house, it's almost closer to the front, so there was adequate space for us to build a garden suite in the back in the future. That's primarily what drew us to this property. And then also further, the side entrance was perfectly placed right in the center. So we didn't have to, when we're splitting and dividing spaces, we didn't have to worry about wasting a lot of space in terms of hallways. So that was another key factor. And then pretty much...
just to give people a little context in terms of the price for this property, we're around Warden and
Ellesmere.
Warden and Ellesmere, just very close to the border of North York. It's a very desirable location, close to a lot of things.
Very close to the highway. You're on the highway in less than 30 seconds.
Right.
Downtown in 15 minutes, I would say, give or take.
Yeah, and not that far from the Kennedy station as well, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
And the bus is maybe less than a 3-minute walk on the street as well. So basically, just to give you guys on a high level, purchase price was $1,150,000. We were able to lease, complete 2 units in the basement. We were able to get $1,800 in rent for both units. Again, both of them leased out in less than 3 days.
Right.
And we did include utilities for both units. However, approximately we're estimating $100 to $120 is what we're putting aside for utilities. And then upstairs we leased for $3,000, the 3-bedroom, and that is separate utilities. Yep. So addition to that, so about $6,600 is what we're bringing in cash flow wise. The monthly mortgage is approximately $4,500, and the property tax is $4,480, so that puts us around $370 for property tax. Right. And overall, I think, give or take, this property is going to be cash flowing right now about $1,400 to $1,500.
Okay, that's a standard 20% down, as well as roughly 4.5% mortgage right now.
Yeah, so it's just shy of 4.5 on a variable. Great. Is what this place is sitting at.
Yeah. So that makes a lot of sense for, you know, the rental versus the acquisition costs. I think the key thing was that you're able to get 2 units in this basement. Yeah. Yeah.
So we targeted to find a unicorn in a sense that we wanted to do just enough work, but not too much work where we're almost going to tear down the whole house, right? Yeah. So we this was a happy medium in terms of we had to rejig the entire layout. However, by redoing the entire layout to our specifications, now it is going to allow us to cash flow for years to come. Right. And you know, at the most, a lot of times, the most you're going to be doing is maybe some touch-up paint if the tenant is moving out. Mm-hmm. And you know, unless you have a bad tenant, of course. But it's you know, in my experience, a little bit of paint goes a long way every time they move out, and then it keeps the place fresh as well. Yeah. Yeah.
Very good. Yeah, Theva, thanks so much for showing us around. Really awesome.
Thank you for coming and being able to see it. And you know, I learned a lot from you as well at your Max Suite projects, and looking forward to doing more of these types of projects. So I think there's tremendous value, but also it helps with the crisis that we're in terms of units. So we're hopefully able to add more and more of these projects and more units as well.
Absolutely, yeah, appreciate those kind words, Theva. And yeah, you were part of our Max Suite program. You're part of our VIP investor community. You're a contractor. You are a realtor. And if anyone wants to find out more about what you do you have contacts that you can share with them?
They can reach out to me on Instagram. It's just my handle is just Theva is real. Okay. THEVAIS real. So that's
awesome.
It, yeah.
So we'll put all that in the description.
Okay, we hope you enjoyed this video. Again, we think there's great opportunity for triplex conversions in this manner, where you have a single floor bungalow with a larger footprint, thus allowing 2 units in the basement, as long as your local area has a strong demand for smaller 1-bedroom or studio units. As it's tougher than ever to make financial pro formas work on real estate investment projects, we think this can be a great potential strategy. Let me know what your thoughts are, and as always, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. To learn more about the Max Suite strategy, download our free guides at suiteadditions.com and get started. And if you enjoyed this video, here's another great one for you.